Hello again, everybody. Welcome back. Another episode of Banish the Doubt. I want to continue this conversation today about our subconscious mind and letting go. I've made several videos of this particular topic, but because I feel it's an extremely important topic to discuss, because it really is at the basis of what controls everything in our life. Living from the premise that everything that I want or to do or be or have is already finished. Creation is finished. I know that may come across even somewhat paradoxical to somebody watching this, maybe watching this video for the first time. But understand, it is our subconscious. It is these beliefs that are already in our mind that drive our behaviors, that have us thinking that, well, when this happens, then I will be. We want to change that thinking from when this happens, then I will be, to I am that, so therefore now is. I am already that, so therefore right now I am this person. Because it's always just a now moment in our life. When it's going to be that time, that day, that whatever, it will then be now. So we want to talk in the consciousness of I am that, whatever it is that I desire to be. The fact that we can desire something means it's already there. It's already created. That's why we're able to desire it, because it already exists. You see, and I spoke about this in last night's video, that we want to observe our emotions when we speak to ourselves, when we are having these conversations with ourselves, with another, but then we're by ourselves. So like right now I'm in my car, so conversations that I may have with myself but with another while I'm here in the car alone, we want to observe these conversations, but more importantly, observe how we're feeling, and what are the words that are spoken in these conversations with the other person. See, because that underscores our self-image. If we can start to understand and really become aware of what we are saying when we are alone by ourselves, but we're talking to that other person, excuse me, that then will have us understand where our self-image is, how we feel about ourselves. So that's one of the ways that we can understand how we want to change the thinking. See, I'm sitting in my car, but I am sitting in the car that I will one day possess. I am already sitting in that car. See, it's a practice to look around and not see what is there, but to see what I desired for it to be. Because as I do this, and as you do this, you are going to start to bring that reality to you. It's going to start to manifest itself. So we want to pay particular attention to how we're feeling in almost every moment. And another exercise that's very, very instructive or very productive would be, now I'm talking to you with my cell phone, would be in the notes section to jot down, to write notes about what kind of conversations we had throughout the day. Where were these conversations? What type of conversations did we have that were not conducive to having us getting closer to that goal, and in a sense maybe bringing us further away from attaining that goal, or conversations that we may have that will help to illuminate where our self-image is in that moment. We're not going to condemn ourselves. It's fine. This is a practice. This is almost like a discipline where we're working out, where when we first start to work out, our body's in somewhat of resistance modes. That's why we're sore. But over time, our bodies start to develop, our bodies start to get stronger, because the repetition So the same thing we want to do with this, which is we want to become aware of what we're thinking in the moment, aware of what our conversations are like with other people when we're having those conversations. What are we saying to ourselves? How are we feeling in those moments? Because the energy coming from just sort of bounces off each other. And if the energy when we're around these people is not leading us to or helping us to maintain that energy that we want to have and feel about when we think about this ideal, this person we want to be, what we want to do, what we want to have in our life, that energy, when we stop to think about that, when we take time to just be quiet and be still, and we start to go into our subconscious mind, when we really start to think about that and take our time, we're going to start to notice a certain type of feeling come over us when we start to really delve into and allow our subconscious mind to sort of take us in and allow us to be in that moment, be in that area of whatever it is you want to have in your life, be it better health, more money, a better relationship. When we are in that moment in our mind, we notice when we're not in that moment, when we're around other people, if those types of energies are not around us, we want to take note of this. We want to jot this down. Maybe, again, no shame, no condemnation, no judgment, just notice. Another great exercise is when we ever have an opportunity or we feel the old us wants to gossip about somebody, when the opportunity comes up and that we can start to talk about somebody else and gossip about them, if we can pull ourselves back and in that moment realize, hey, this is what I was going to then talk about or how I was going to act, we could jot that down. At the end of our day, we go back and we review these notes and we start to kind of like keep score and we understand, okay, I'm now viewing my life from the premise of I'm in this now moment, looking back at what I did, how was I acting in those moments, what was my energy like, and we can start to really gauge about, okay, these are moments and these are the people I'm around, and we can start to notice the energy from those people, and we can start to really kind of keep score. So these are the type of things that we want to let go of. We want to understand that these energies, this way of thinking, this way of habitual thinking that we're becoming more aware of, is the old consciousness, the old belief system that's still in our subconscious mind that we want to kind of flush out. We want to remove, replace that with this new consciousness, the ones that when we're alone and quiet, we close our eyes and we just start to think about who that person is, or we're quiet and I do this oftentimes, many times a day. In fact, I might do it now after this video. I just allow the recording of myself come through. I listen to the recording of my ideal, my ideal version of myself. I listen to that and I just allow myself to get into that moment, get into that energy, and it really does help to sort of rewire myself, if you will, or reorient myself throughout the day, and then connect with that person, connect with that ideal person. So these are some of the things that you may want to start to adopt into your life on a daily basis. Really start to kind of take stock of what it is, how you're thinking, what you're like, what your life is like in these different moments throughout your day. You do this and you'll start to notice different changes, subtle but different changes. But remember, no condemnation, no judgment. Just allow yourself to think this. When you go to sleep, if you've made the recording of yourself, go to sleep listening to that. It's a very, very powerful exercise to do, to really sort of saturate your subconscious with this belief. The more you do this, the more you're going to start to believe that this is a reality, that is, you can absolutely live this reality. The same with waking up in the morning, same thing. You want to wake up with an attitude of gratitude and you want to listen to that recording again. You start to do these things and you can start noticing big changes taking place in your life. Subtle at first, but eventually over time, they're going to start to become more apparent within your day. If you'd like any kind of work with this, I'm working with some people, helping them. I've helped different people in these areas, and I would be happy to help you as well. Just go to my channel, click on the link, and also share these videos with others, because the more people see these types of videos, the more we can help to heal the world. Until I see you again, all the best. Thanks very much.